Folks, we are here on the field today in Goffstown as Goffstown's going to be having their last regular season game today, again, in Goffstown. And there's some big implications for this game, Scott. Why don't you?
Well, Goffstown comes in 4-0, and Memorial's coming in at 3-1. So conceivably, if Memorial beats Goffstown today, both teams would be 4-1, and that really would put a wrinkle into the playoff picture for Goffstown because it would be head-to-head. So if Memorial were to beat Goffstown, conceivably Memorial would have the leg up in terms of any type of seedings.
Yes, and the playoff picture will come out tonight after the results of this game come out. So
and no one knows. I mean,
nobody
knows. This could be like pulled out of a hat.
Exactly.
It's really kind of crazy.
So we'll find out right after the game, which is about to start right now.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Goffstown High School for a Division I football matchup between the Memorial Crusaders and your Goffstown Grizzlies. My name is Scott Gross, and I'm joined today by Broden McCune. Good afternoon, Broden.
Good afternoon, Scott. So it's a little overcast today. We could see some showers. Could change the plot line of the game, I guess, and we could see some offensive scheme changes and stuff like that. And I think that would definitely be interesting football to watch, Scott.
Yeah, so a cloudy, overcast day here at Goffstown High School. And the interesting matchup here is we have two teams that are really vying for potentially a number one seed. And I say that in the sense that Goffstown's coming in at 4-0, Memorial at 3-1. If Memorial can defeat Goffstown today, and then with that head-to-head matchup, Memorial would technically be the top seed in the North.
Yeah, they'd have that tiebreaker, Scott, and we talked a little bit about that in our pregame segment as we see the captains come together at the middle of the field. We've got JJ Josephic and Jarrett Hanault, both quarterbacks for the teams.
So there's a lot of stories of this season. Obviously, COVID has interrupted it, but Memorial Crusaders are one of the stories of Division I football this year. A team that has had a lot of hard luck over like the last many seasons, coming in at 3-1, and that's great news for this program.
Yeah. I think their 3-0 start, Scott, was like the largest in their program history.
Yeah, congratulations to the Crusaders and their staff. Goffstown really has had a successful program for probably the last decade. And they're coming in at 4-0 with a new coach.
New coach,
Nick Hammond.
See some shift of power here for Goffstown, and honestly, Hammond has done incredible.
Yeah,
you couldn't ask for better. Undefeated up until this point. We will see how that ends up today. But he's undefeated up until this point, and 4-0. And this team is rolling, Scott. This team does not want to stop. They play high tempo offense. They go into that no huddle. They run out of that, and their run pass option and their option plays are near unstoppable up until this point.
So kicking for Goffstown is going to be number 2, Ryan Cody, and unfortunately their normal kicker is out today.
So that'll be something different. We've said it every game this year, Scott. Special teams has been the question mark of Goffstown.
So don't look for the ball to be kicked as deep, but let's see if they can cover it well. And we're off, folks. Nice kick.
Nice kick by Cody. Incredible job. And that one's going to go down by the 10-yard line.
Number 4.
And Hanault.
What a great tackle.
An incredible textbook tackle by Jeremy Hanault. Really great play on his part there. And he has been a standout on special teams this year, Scott.
I would agree. Well, standout on special teams, but also a standout on defense. He's one of the few guys, I think, on this team that I have seen who just has, like, the nose for the football.
Yeah, he knows.
And he always seems like he's 1 second ahead of everybody else.
He's got the nose for the football, and he knows what he's doing, Scott. He has a really good football mind, and he knows where to go with it.
So J.J. Josephic will be in the shotgun for the Crusaders.
He's got number 21. That's Kai Colson to now his right. And he's going to hand off to Colson.
Nice
and he
block.
Gets around that corner
but
quite well.
But it's going to be a hold, I think.
Yeah.
Automatic flag on the play.
So I've watched a little bit of Colson's game, and he's got some really good turn-the-corner speed, as they'd like to call it. He can get to the outside and break one really quickly, and I think that's the strength that you've got to look for Goffstown to stop here today, Scott.
So that was a holding flag or penalty on the Crusaders, and they'll bring it back 10 yards.
Yeah, and we talked about it a little bit before the game, Scott. I think this game will be a battle of the trenches. We've got two really good offensive and defensive line units for either team coming out today, and they're going to play each other hard and physical, and that's, I think, where the game will be won.
Yeah.
So the ball's now going to be on the 18, and it's going to be a 1st and 20 for Memorial. So let's see how they can come out in this set, and they now set out Colson wide.
Yes, they got trips to the top of your screen.
Man in motion. That's going to be a fake jet sweep
over
the middle to the tight end. That's
Great catch. That's a first down.
That's number 88, Basil High, Scott. And we got a note on him from the coaches that he's going to get the ball a lot on defense, but looks like that's a nice little run pass option there from Memorial.
Yep.
And just right over the top for Basil High. And this Memorial sideline is hyped, Scott.
Yes, I would agree.
So they get that 1st and 21 right back, and now it's first down on the 40 for Memorial.
You better tackle Basil High low, because he's going to run right over you.
Yeah. That's a scary man to see in the open field, Scott.
I would agree. Now we have trips to the bottom part of your screen. It's going to be another pass play, and that's to no one.
I'd say that's intentional grounding, Scott. He was still in the pocket.
Well, there wasn't any. They're talking. I don't think that.
No, I'm not sure about that one. He was still in the pocket. There was really nobody in the area.
It was really weird.
Let's take a look here, and there was no one.
There was nobody around, and it was strange.
Yeah,
because number 11, Will Clark, he was like pushing, like it was almost like he thought it was a run play.
Yeah, and there was a screen. I'm pretty sure that was a design screen, covered very well by Jarrett Hanault on the other side of the field.
All right, so we've got JJ in the shotgun. So hand him up the middle. A lot of room to run.
Colson makes a move, and he could take this one.
He could go all the way to the house.
Caden Perry chasing him down, and he's going to get him
at the
tripped
10-yard
up.
line.
Great play by Caden Perry to chase him down, but you got to be weary of Colson here. He's got the speed to make the move.
That was about a 35, 40-yard run by Colson.
Really high energy already for Memorial, and this is probably why they have the best record of the program history right now, Scott.
There was a big hole there, and that's what we talked about. You know, pregame was the size of this Memorial offensive line, and they have a massive hole. This will be a 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So we're going to see a different back come in here for Memorial, and he's going to get it in another great hole.
And he gets stopped at the 5.
His progress is stopped. That should be a unnecessary roughness there, Scott. As players tried to jump on that pile after the whistle
did a flag come out or no?
That should be.
No, it's not a flag. It's where the ball is spotted.
If that keeps happening, Scott, I believe that should be a flag. As you've got these big players like Basil High coming in and jumping on that pile. That's a risk. That's a risk for an injury there.
All right, we got a 2nd and 3, folks. From the 5, and Memorial here, and if Goffstown doesn't, they got to get their act together on defense, especially that line. They're getting pushed around pretty good.
We're going to see the fake jet sweep and the quarterback keeper here.
He doesn't get it.
So Scott, we were talking a little bit about this quarterback, J.J. Josephic, before the game. It's not the largest quarterback out there.
About 170 pounds again compared to Hanault. You're correct.
Yeah. So if you're Goffstown, you want to make sure if you see these quarterback keepers and stuff like this, you want to get a good hit on him because. If you can shift the momentum a little bit by taking the quarterback on these keepers out, then I think that could be a big problem for Memorial.
So in comes Calabro. He's a running back for Memorial, and the play is coming in also from the sideline.
Yeah.
So
this is also another difference here for Goffstown is Memorial's plays come in from the sidelines, and they have to stop the momentum that they've already got going.
It's a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal for the Crusaders on the 3-yard line.
Signal was called out there by Josephic, and he hands the ball off.
He's got in there. He's in there for a touchdown.
So unfortunately, it looks like Cooper Flanagan was there for Goffstown, but he couldn't stop the runner there, and that's just going to be a quick 6 points.
And I didn't pick up who was the running back on that.
I think that was number 30.
Eric Seymour?
Eric Seymour.
Okay.
And we've got Clark coming out for the Crusaders as kicker and Josephic the holder.
So that's all the offensive line. Great drive by the Crusaders in this first quarter. And that's clearly going to be a good extra point. So
that one's back into the woods.
So Memorial, they had their way with Goffstown. As a matter of fact, Goffstown didn't have any stops in that entire set.
Yeah. Eric Seymour is a freshman, and he just got that touchdown for Memorial. So that's a big play. Hopefully in a good career for Seymour, as he's already off to a pretty good start as a freshman.
So the defense definitely has to regroup here because there was just way too many big holes. And we're not even talking about, a guy hitting a seam. I'm talking about holes.
Yeah.
And now the momentum is definitely in the Crusaders.
Yeah, this Crusaders team is loud on this sideline right now. You may even be hearing it a little bit on our broadcast. They are amped up, Scott. They knew what they were coming here to do.
And again, this game, very possibly has playoff implications. It's either, you might potentially be playing a Bedford, or you could be potentially, I'm not sure who won that play-in game. I don't know if it's today or tomorrow, but it's Central versus Concord.
Yeah.
But that's a big difference there.
So this kickoff formation is really condensed. So if you're Goffstown here, what you want to see on special teams is get it to the outside.
Let it go out.
Let it go out. Well, I'm not sure about that one. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Scott, did you just see that?
Yeah.
Did you just see that?
Off of him.
He bounced right off of him. Let's see if we can get a replay on that one, folks.
Picard.
Wow. Incredible play.
I think Picard made the right decision on this one, honestly, because it was straddling that line.
Oh, my goodness,
yeah, he's
Scott.
like, get off me.
Come on.
So Goffstown will take over about the 38-yard line, and I think you're going to see it'll be the battle of the trenches here, because we know that it's Hinault and Picard are the running option for the Grizzlies, but can Memorial's defensive line get a stop?
Yeah, Scott, that's going to be really big today. Jarrett's going to take the snap with Perry in motion, and he's going to keep it himself. And he almost broke that tackle, Scott.
Yeah, so he kind of hurdled the Memorial defender. I think that was Josevic. He made the tackle, but he hurdled over number 7. That would be Jacob Calabro.
Yeah, so both quarterbacks do play either side of the ball here, Scott.
So that was a pickup of 6 yards for Hinault.
Josevic is playing that deep safety position, and Jarrett likes to play what we call the roamer here in Goffstown. So let's see what they can do out of the shotgun here. Quick PA tunnel screen there.
Yeah, but he couldn't catch it.
Perry couldn't catch it. Play action there, trying to throw off, get that line to push a little bit more, and it was just on the receiver there, as we're going to see a third and four for Goffstown.
And this is a big momentum play here for Goffstown.
This could determine the ending of the game early. You're going to see a different hand signal come in here.
So they just changed the play up. Clearly, they changed the play. They steer something on defense. And he's going to pop out to the outside. He's going to pick up a first down at the 50-yard line.
Really great play on Zach Picard's part there. They were trying to pull the guard and the tackle and get him to follow them, but he saw a lane to the outside, and just an incredible play here to bounce off of his tackle and get to the outside from Picard.
Nope, it's Hinault.
And Hinault.
He tripped. He slipped. Picks up 4.
Yeah, Scott, we talked about this earlier, the tempo of Goffstown and getting to the line quick, and these hand signals come in quick. I think this could really, really determine who keeps up their momentum today, as Goffstown just is relentless on offense, Scott.
So you got Jonah Lopez, and I think he's your breakaway guy in terms of speed.
We've also got Jeremy Hinault, who hasn't seen much action on the offensive side of the ball this year.
Here's a pass play. Good blocking.
Really great pass protection
he's gonna get
from
sacked.
Zach Picard, but he's going to get sacked.
Oh, right to that should be a penalty.
That should be a targeting.
That should be a penalty, and they didn't call it.
That is 100% leading with the shoulder,
He went
Scott.
right to his helmet.
So I'd love to see that one again, as that should be
right to his helmet.
Should be a targeting call.
That is unbelievable.
His
Yeah, that's a bad call.
His progress was most definitely stopped, and there was a targeting there.
You can hit him, but you just can't hit him at the helmet. That's the difference. So, pass play for Goffstown. Screen
this time caught by Caden Perry, but they're going to say that one was actually incomplete, which is a lot better for Goffstown.
So that's a 4th down now for the Grizzlies. They're going to have to punt. And you got to give credit to the Memorial Crusaders. They've come in with intensity.
Yeah, this Memorial team is trying to get the momentum shifted in their favor, and that's exactly what they've done so far, Scott.
Well, they've definitely done that. So Picard will be punting. Back for Memorial is number 3, I think, or 4.
Yeah, that's
Christian Sebo.
Christian Sebo.
And he had a good return on that initial kickoff. Nice
Great
kick, though. And
it's fumbled. Scooped up, though, and Sebo's going to go down at the 10-yard line,
And
Scott.
that was, I think it was
Flanagan
Cooper
was
Flanagan.
there.
So we got a trivia question here.
Oh.
Trivia. Our
Trivia
first
time,
trivia
folks.
question of the game. So here we go, folks. Who scored the first goal of the season for the Goffstown High School field hockey team this year?
Leave your answer in the YouTube chat, and we'll see. We've got somebody monitoring that, and we'll know when there is an answer for that.
So who scored the first goal of the season for the Goffstown High School field hockey team this year? So this is a really, really big drive for both teams. So
we're less than halfway through the first quarter,
Yeah.
and this is a massive drive for either team.
Yeah, so Goffstown needs to have some little show on defense here. Josevic is going to pass.
He telegraphed that one, and he didn't even put it in the right spot, Scott.
So he's almost lucky in a way. So
yeah, he's lucky that all credit to Jarrett Hanault here, but
Yeah.
Jarrett is not the fastest player on the field.
True.
If
but
there was someone like Caden Perry
would-
there
right.
to get to the speed to the outside, that would have been a pick 6, Scott.
Well, the surprising thing for me is why are you going away from the run, which you've picked up like 70 yards running the ball?
I'll tell you why, Scott. Kai Colson is on the sideline right now for Memorial, so he's getting looked at, and he was the big player there of that last drive who broke off a 40-yard run.
Now what do we got?
Got a timeout by Memorial.
Okay.
Looks like I also saw Basil High just come off, who was huge in that run-pass option over the middle there for Memorial.
Yeah.
So
they definitely had the Grizzlies on that first drive. They had them on their heels, and this is just going to be very, very big for Goffstown just to turn this around. I have no doubt that Goffstown's offense will at some point get on a roll.
Yeah.
But it's that on the defensive side of the ball, they did not. They looked flat in that first drive.
Yeah, Scott, we've seen some key players like Nate Belanger and George Pierce be able to run stuff and stop the run from those nose tackle positions, and that's where the holes were created at the on that first drive. So if we can see those key players come out in this drive, which it's possible that they do, we just got to see when they can show out here. So big things here for Goffstown to look for. So we're going to see a little bit of a different set as like 2 or 3 players have already come out for Memorial. And they're sitting on the sideline for this play.
But look how big their offensive line is.
Yeah, their offensive line is
number
a big
72, Ajumana. He's 260. Maybe these guys are like 260, 270.
So,
all right, so we got second down and 10 from about the 13, 14-yard line for the Crusaders, and another pass play. Over the middle.
That should be intercepted, and it is. Caden Perry can make a move, and he's going to go.
He fumbled it.
I think we're good, Scott. That's going to be a turnover for Goffstown, and they're going to capitalize there. I told you last play, if you've got somebody with the speed to get out to that pass, Caden Perry does it.
You can see here, though, on the replay, he gets it, but then he coughs it up, and then luckily a Goffstown Grizzly is right on it.
Hanault was right there. He's got great awareness. So we did actually get an answer for that last trivia question, and we'll see that answer come up on the screen when we get a chance here. But we're going to see Goffstown's offense come out quick here. Really, I mean, we said it about defense. We said that front, but the secondary came out.
So Grace Taylor is your answer. And we got a first and goal at the 9.
Handoff to Zach Picard.
But he gets gobbled up quickly.
So, Scott, something there that I just saw was that line. There was some pulling guards and all that extracurriculars there on the line, as we're going to see the trivia here. I believe we've got a clip for this trivia. We do. Here is the first goal.
But we want to see the game here. So it's a 2nd and goal.
Yeah, we'll hand keeper from Hinault, who gets the outside.
That's a touchdown.
And a touchdown by Jared Hinault.
So that's an 8-yard run for Hinault.
I just said it, Scott. Hinault has some really, really good awareness on his part. And to keep that ball and break to the outside is a great play on his part.
So interestingly, talk about that trivia before. So again, that was Grace Taylor, but the Grizzly field hockey team defeated Derryfield 4-0 in a playoff game on Thursday. And now they'll face off against Sauhegan in the regional finals on Monday here at Goffstown High School and also broadcast by GTV.
Two pretty good field hockey teams, Scott. I don't know if you catch up with field hockey enough, but Sauhegan and Goffstown.
So we got a 2-point conversion here, presumably because our kicker is not active. Over the middle.
Quick pass to Jonah Lopez, and perfect on a dime there, Scott.
So Lopez with a 2-point conversion.
And that one was thrown right at the head of a referee, Scott.
Yeah.
The referee had to duck, so really, really good heads-up play there from the referee as well. As Goffstown's going to get out to an 8-7 lead, just 1 point. But momentum.
No, that was it. I think you're right.
Mr. Momentum is starting to shift sides, and I'd like to see what Memorial comes out with. I think we're going to see a lot more run next drive for Memorial.
Yeah, I think you make a great point, is that all of the momentum, when I'm talking a lot of momentum, was on the Crusaders side. And with that interception, then the quick touchdown, I mean, Goffstown didn't do much in this first quarter.
Yeah, and that 2-point conversion play could be telling for the rest of the game, too, as that was wide open for Jonah Lopez.
But you're going to see 2-point conversions a lot today for Goffstown because they're without their place kicker.
Exactly, Scott. Speaking of which, Ryan Cody's coming out for the kickoff right now, and he had a really good kick to start this game. So
he kicked it to about the 15-yard line.
Let's see what he can do from here. He's got that toe ball kick to him.
Yeah.
And he does
Another
it again.
Good one. That's even deeper. Holy cow, to the 5-yard line.
My goodness, Scott. And Hinault is there, but he's not going to take it.
This is trouble.
Oh, and Cody's not going to catch up to him.
Somebody's going to catch him right there. Number
Will
19.
Sasso can't get him, and Picard is all that's left as he's slowing down, and he steps out of bounds in the 10.
A 90-yard return.
My goodness, Scott. So Hinault was there early, but he just couldn't get the angle on that tackle.
So where'd the Mo go now?
Yeah, Mr. Mo. He's switching sides back and forth on us here, Scott.
At the 8-yard line. So Memorial with that was pretty much an 85-yard return, I think. It was on the 5, I think. So it was quite long. We don't have a statistician today, but that was a super long kickoff return.
And really good running there by number 4, Christian Sebo. He broke some tackles.
But on that one, I hate to say it, but I think because the ball was kicked so deep,
he had a lot of time to set up.
He did.
Exactly,
and I think that was the difference because I don't think the special teams is used to somebody kicking it to the 5-yard line.
So we are going to see Kai Colson, the player who broke that 35, 40-yard run, come back out. And he's going to be
it's a handoff
in the trenches.
And he gets quickly gobbled up by 24, Hinault.
So Jeremy Hinault's going to redeem himself there. He couldn't get the angle on the last play, but he wraps up the great runner, Kai Colson.
So that's a
quite
loss.
Early.
That's a loss of 2. And, what we don't know is we don't know the kicking situation for Memorial. So these could be four down situations.
Well, their extra point kicker looked very, very well.
Yeah. Interestingly, JJ is coming in off the sideline. So they're not doing any type of hand signals. He's literally running to the sideline and coming back.
Yeah. Which gives your players a nice.
So you got a one-on-one matchup. Levesque on the bottom of your screen. Look for that quick slant over the middle.
And that's where it is going, Scott. And Levesque took the outside on that ball, and he left the inside wide open.
Yeah, so that was, we saw that from up here.
Yeah.
So that's on the 2-yard line. And there's no help from a linebacker. So it was all, I hate to say it, but, Levesque is in no man's land there. That's a tough play to defend. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 2.
For 3rd and goal from the 2.
Yep. from the 2.
We hear a defense chant here for Goffstown.
I'd say look for
and there's a
number 2 handoff here.
Number 2 is wide open for Goffstown. And Hammond's trying to call a timeout, but they won't give it to him. Coverage was not correct at all, Scott, there.
Yep.
They had 2 wide receivers on the top and 1 defensive back, and Jarrett Hinault looked a little lost to what to do.
You can't be happy if you're now this. We should say that Aaron Duval, who would be typically playing defense, is not.
Yeah.
So he's injured. And
Scott, I think we're going to turn to a score alert right about now in our studio.
All right, thanks, guys. In Bedford last night, they originally had on the schedule Pinkerton, but we all know how that has been going for this COVID season. 15 yards here from Tyler Amin as Nashua South goes on to win in a surprising upset here, 41-7 over Bedford in Bedford.
And that'll be a 3rd and 11 for Memorial. And if you recall, they picked up a 3rd and 18 in this quarter.
Yeah,
so this is not.
I'm taking a look at the body language and what's going on between the ref here, and the ref is talking about the hand placement of the blocker. It could be considered not a block in the back if the hands were a little bit higher.
Screen.
To Colson, who we know can break one.
But that's a great tackle by Sasso. I tell you, I saw Will Sasso in practice, on Thursday, and it was funny because he seemed to be getting the coach's ire in practice, and he has had nothing but 2 unbelievable tackles today. So maybe the coach giving him a little grief in practice helped.
So we're going to see.
But we tend to see Will Sasso more on the offensive side of the ball in terms of making the plays, and he just made 2 great defensive tackles.
Back-to-back defensive tackles, and we're going to see the punt formation come out here for Memorial.
Oh,
and play with this Goffstown team.
Pass play.
He lets that develop.
Oh, he had him wide open.
I think
and he could not execute.
Oh, my goodness.
He put a little too much on it, to be honest. I mean, he was wide open by 5 yards.
So, Scott, I think we're seeing here a little bit of nerves from Jarrett Hinault. I think he's getting a little too jumpy with this ball, and he's put it over the top of a couple receivers. Maybe a couple too many times.
That was just a blown coverage. It seemed like Sasso was open by a mile.
Yeah.
4th down.
And give it to Jonah Lopez, who stretches out.
That'll be
and
a
gets
first
the first
down.
Scott.
First down. Unbelievable. So that'll be 1st and goal. What an unbelievable play.
Really good play by Lopez there because he ended up having to stop his momentum, jump for the ball, and then lean back into the momentum. And the Goffstown fans, the only ones that are allowed here, Scott, are getting loud.
Yeah. So we got under 10 minutes to play in the second quarter. And it's a 1st and goal at the 4. And Goffstown has now a ton of options in front of him. Hinault in the shotgun, Picard to his left.
That's where
and
it's going to go.
Picard is going to get a touchdown.
He's going to get a touchdown.
He just walks right in there.
It seems too easy at points for Picard. I'm a little shell-shocked, to be honest, Scott.
So they're going to go for 2 again, which is a smart move.
Yeah. Got an air horn in the Goffstown fan section, and it's quite loud.
So when we're done with this one, and before we get ready for the next kickoff, we have another trivia question.
And Jared Hinault's just going to take this one up the middle and get that.
He gets it.
Easy 2 points.
So our first trivia question was answered by Kenna Pietsu. Oh! I coached, I think somebody with the same name. So, okay. Coached softball, a girl named with that last name, too. How that translates to how that's spelled?
It's like you got the P-I-E.
Yeah.
And then C-U-H.
C-U-C. Yeah.
Pietsu.
Okay, whatever. Okay, I'll give it to you.
I don't know.
It's a tough one to pronounce.
It is.
We didn't get help on that. I didn't get it spelled phonetically for me, so I apologize to Kenna. So 16-7, and I'll tell you, these two-point conversions, these are going to matter.
Definitely, Scott.
And I say that because Goffstown doesn't have a kicker.
No. And this now puts them 9 points
right,
ahead.
Right.
Instead of what would be normally 7 points ahead,
right.
They're now 9 points ahead, Scott.
So last kickoff is when Memorial just had a crushing return, and that's like a offside kick. It didn't even go all the yards.
Go all the way. That could go to Goffstown.
That could go to Goffstown, but he touched it. He touched the ball. He touched the ball.
Memorial touched it, and it's Goffstown's ball.
He touched the ball. Why he touched the ball, we don't know.
What a play!
But he
by
touches
Goffstown.
the ball. I mean, you talk about luck. Wow. If he doesn't touch the ball, it's a penalty. He doesn't go more than 10 yards.
Goodness, Scott.
So he touches the ball, and then a Goffstown player jumps on it.
Jeremy Hinault, who's had incredible heads-up plays all game today,
Crazy.
And just like that, Goffstown's offense is back out, ready to improve on this already 2-score lead.
But now if you have a tired Crusaders defense, this just exacerbates that one.
Yeah, and Goffstown loves this tempo, so you know they practice in it all the time, Scott.
Oh, I feel bad for the Memorial player. He's obviously coaches are talking to him. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Pass play for Goffstown. He's going
deep to Hinault.
But there's nothing there. Great defense by number 8, I think, Calabro.
Jarrett is calling for something. He didn't like I don't think he liked the coverage there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but he wasn't even open.
He was waving in that direction. So I think he's trying to give a note to a coach or something that he can improve on or change up later in the game. What I think there is they're focused on our deep ball right now. You saw 2 or 3 Memorial players there in the area of Jeremy Hinault, and he's pointing that direction. I like a quick pass here, Scott. This could work.
Well, you got Lopez with one-on-one coverage. I mean, obviously his defenders playing about 8 yards off the ball.
Yeah, if Lopez gets a good stutter step in here. Yeah, what
behind
did I
him. So,
I said it here, Scott. A good quick pass could work, but it was behind him there, and he couldn't catch it.
Hinault is not – his passing game is just not on today, in my opinion. I want to give credit to the Memorial Crusaders. We're right above them.
Yeah.
And to a man, they all went over to the guy who touched that ball, saying, "Don't worry about it, man." That's teamwork. So you're going to make mistakes in life. You're going to make mistakes in games, and your team's got to back you up. And Memorial, give them credit.
And that's exactly what a team should do, Scott.
It's going to be a screen.
There's going to be a flag on the play here. I'm going to guess this one could be a similar play, like the pass interference block in the back, whatever it was.
What is it? I'm sorry.
A false start.
Is it a fourth down? I think it would be, or is it a dead ball?
I think if it's a false start, it is a dead ball, so it's not a loss of downs, Scott.
No, they're saying fourth down. They're saying fourth down? They're saying fourth down.
So I'm not sure what holding 52.
Holding. Oh, okay.
So that is a not a dead ball.
Massive defensive stand for the Crusaders.
Yeah.
Down by more than a touchdown. If Goffstown goes in and puts in another one, big time momentum change. It's also how you play defense. Everything changes. Yeah. So Sebo, number 4, is back at his about 22-yard line, waiting for the Picard kick. Picard can kick it over his head, I think.
Easy.
But he kicks
that one's going to shank out of bounds.
Out of bounds at about the 30.
Almost hit a photographer there, Scott. That would not have been good.
I'd say it's about the 35-yard line. 34. Okay. I like what Picard did, though, because I think they're telling him to kick it out of bounds because Sebo he's just too damn good.
Yeah, that's true. He's got some good returns, but also you have to remember he did fumble and pick it back up. So there's something that you want there.
So Memorial has a good opportunity here if they can get some points on the board to get back in the momentum. I mean, they're very much in the game, don't get me wrong, but they were dominating for most of that first quarter.
Scott, this is still a 2-score lead here for Goffstown, so you can't get too hesitant if you're the Grizzlies.
Design run by the quarterback, and that's not going to get much.
That looked like everyone in Goffstown knew what was coming on that play.
I would agree. I mean,
I think that was focused on in film. You saw the motion, and I think Goffstown's eyes lit up, and they said, "I know what play this one is."
Was that Cody, I think, on the tackle? You also had Belanger was in on there.
Just about everyone was in there.
It was a gang tackle. So 2nd and 11 for the Crusaders, under 9 minutes to play in the first half.
We've got, I believe, a new offensive lineman out there. So you want to see. He doesn't have that size that we've seen on the rest of the line.
Single coverage on Levesque again. So be careful there. Design run up the middle by the quarterback,
and
he gets
great play
down.
by Belanger. He got off his block, not like vertically where he's going up and down. He got off his block horizontally there and just shifted his man to the side, Scott.
So it's a pickup of about 2 yards, but Belanger with a great tackle. That'll bring up a 3rd down and a long 9 for the Crusaders. But I tell you, if I'm seeing some opportunities if you're the Crusaders. So I think there's one-on-one coverage against Mikey Levesque, and there's not a whole lot of safety help there at all.
Yeah, so depending on where you see Caden Perry pull in or pull out.
But if Caden Perry, see how he's sucking up here?
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know why, because it's bad throw.
That's just,
but
we haven't seen any of these out routes from Joseph Hick yet, and they're all relatively wide open.
But what I'm trying to say, though, is that Caden Perry is kind of getting sucked in from the safety position.
Yeah.
And there are opportunities to go deep. And if I'm them, you have to take a couple of shots going deep. So 2 returners for Goffstown. Hopefully we do a little better than last time. So
Schaefer takes the up ball, and Caden's going to take the deep ball.
I was offsides on Goffstown.
But that's not going to affect it, Scott. That's going to be a 5-yard, and it's going to be 4th and 4.
I think it was offsides on Goffstown. We'll see what the call is, unless there was movement.
Neutral zone infraction. That's going to be 5 yards, Scott.
Yep. So that still won't change things. I would think you would want to go back a little bit more.
So, Kenna, I'd just like to say congratulations for getting that first trivia question, because as of right now, we're not going to do any more for a little bit. Goffstown's going to get 2 men
high
there,
kick,
but
high
really
kick.
high.
You stay out of the way there. You stay out of the way, okay.
And we're bringing it out of bounds.
Yeah.
Honestly, great catch by Schaefer there. Really
I know,
way to haul it in.
but there's too many opportunities
It
to
could
fumble
bounce
the
back
ball.
inside
right,
and stuff
it's like
like that,
why
so.
bother when it's like a foot from the you don't do that.
Yeah, so
Sorry,
risky play, but good catch. Good
Yeah.
catch. Maybe he's trying to show out. Say, Coach, I could get on offense.
Hopefully,
Maybe look what I can do.
Hopefully a coach is saying, hey, when you're that close, or somebody's got to be talking to him too, saying, let it go.
Yeah. 30-yard line even here, Scott. We've got. And
so things have kind of calmed down here after a really crazy first quarter and actually then going into the second.
Yeah, Goffstown's pulled ahead to this 9-point lead that we're seeing right now.
Down. Another pass play.
Outside to Jeremy Hinault. And
I'm telling you, they are not connecting. I mean, it is just, it's weird. It's like they didn't practice this week. That's what it looks like.
It is a little odd, Scott, but I think the conditions, we talked about it. The field is wet. I've seen a couple players slip.
You're giving a little bit too much credit to the field, and I think the balls are just being thrown behind the players.
Yeah.
They're just not crisp.
Jeremy in motion, and Jonah's going to get this tunnel screen, and he could break it. He keeps going.
Yeah, you got to keep the ball tight, though.
So, just like that, we see a good on-spot throw. And we've got a player down for a memorial, so we'll turn away. And we've got the timeout taken. Really good play by Jonah Lopez there.
Yeah. He's just got to be careful. After he makes that catch, he broke free. You can't keep the ball way out like that.
He was holding it like a loaf of bread, as they like to say, Scott.
A loaf of bread.
Yeah. So Goffstown was using their tempo.
And that was a good throw.
And that was a really good throw.
But we got to say it, because I know I've been a little critical of Jarrett in this first part of the game, but that was a crisp ball.
That was a really good throw, and Goffstown was using their tempo, and that's going to be slowed down, unfortunately, by a player down on Memorial's side here. So
are we being – I mean, if I read these questions off, it doesn't really matter. They're not going to see the graphic, right?
I think we're doing that for the sake of the people back at the studio. I think they're dealing with technical issues at the moment here, Scott. So we're going to give Adam and Dave a little bit of a break, let them settle down. Let us do the talking and the walking for a little bit, Scott.
We're doing the talking and the walking. Okay. So it looks like all the leaves are brown, and the sky
That's not funny.
And the sky is gray today.
You know what? That's not funny, Scott.
Okay.
I don't find that funny.
All right, don't find it funny, but it's reality. It's reality here in Goffstown. The sun has not come out.
Are you poking fun at my colorblindness, Scott?
No, I'm not. No, I was poking fun of a song.
Oh.
That's what I was poking fun of.
Okay.
But you're young and you probably don't even know the song.
No, I don't.
It's okay.
I'll be totally honest, Scott.
All right.
I don't.
All right. Look it up.
I won't. I'm kidding, Scott. I'm kidding, Scott. I'm pulling your leg.
A top 10 hit in the 60s. Another pass
Will
play.
Sasso got a really good first step there, but Jonah
has
the opportunity,
Touchdown!
And what a play!
Jonah Lopez!
What a play by Jonah Lopez!
What a ball!
Wow!
What a ball!
So we were criticizing him earlier there, Scott, and that one is right in the breadbasket there from Jared Hinault to Jonah Lopez.
What
and
a throw!
Wow, Scott.
I'm
amped. I'm amped right now, Scott.
That was Drew Brees-like.
That was accurate.
What?
Accurate, Scott.
I say that because I know that you love Aaron Rodgers, but
no, Drew Brees is great. He's very accurate, and that was a very accurate
that
throw.
Was a crazy good ball.
It was a little deep to be a Drew Brees pass, but we'll see what Goffstown does here on the two-point attempt. And Jarrett's going to keep it, and he's just going to rumble into the end zone. It looks too easy on these two-point conversions for Goffstown. And Goffstown's going to go up. Let's see. Let's do the math. 17 here, Scott?
Yeah. Yep. So that's also, again, now it becomes more than, well, you have to get almost three.
That's
the three.
It's a three-score game.
Three-score. Yeah. So, but getting those extra points in a time in which you don't have your place kicker is critical, and the momentum has shifted a little bit. Goffstown super flat.
A little bit. Scott,
I'd
say momentum has picked its side at this point.
I don't know about that. See, I'm like the
Scott, it's a three-possession game.
I'm the pessimist, man.
It's a three-possession game. 7 minutes left, and Grizzlies get the ball at the half. After the half, rather.
So you got the dangerous Christian Sebo back at about the 10-yard line. And I think that one where he ripped it off, Cody kicked it so deep. Another onsider.
That one's not going to work, though.
And it does it. Nice play by number 54. That would be Matt Wilson. Why would you do that?
So I think here Hammond is just trying to test the waters a little bit.
Yeah, but why?
They've got a pad of a lead here. And I say after that one, if I'm Hammond or whoever does special teams, I say, you know what? You don't put as much loft on the ball. You got this toe ball kick,
correct.
And if you know how a toe ball kick works, it's like a laser.
Yeah,
and you try and get that low, straight, far kick from
you could have
Cody.
You could have kicked that out of bounds. They would have the ball on the 40. I mean, you play field position. Anyway,
that could be true, Scott.
So, all right. So that'll be number 9, J.J. Josevic. Hands it off up the middle, and he extends.
That's a generous spot there from this rep.
Well, he extended. Osborne with the tackle. I think that was a fair spot. I mean, 4 to 5 yard pickup. See, one thing, I tell you, I do like the fact that Goffstown's plays come in from the sideline, and I think it's just tough on that quarterback, especially the guy who's playing safety, to keep running back and forth.
Yeah, and if you're Goffstown, you're actually happy with how dirty this quarterback's jersey is. You haven't gotten a sack all game, but he's been hit a couple times.
Hand off up the middle.
Ooh! Crushing hit there from Nate Belanger.
Belanger saying, you will not defeat me.
And Colson's already come off to the sideline a couple times. So we could see a little bit of a problem here for Memorial.
So a 3rd and 4, and this is a critical play for the Crusaders here. 3rd down and 4. And you know what? They're not having as much success running the ball as they did in that first drive or that first couple of drives.
So they're the Memorial punt
Everybody's
team.
in the box here for Goffstown. Run up the middle, and he's not going to get it.
Osborne with a great tackle.
And Belanger finishes him up. But Seth Osborne was in there.
The punt team was gathered early here, Scott. Early, right before the 3rd down. I think we could see a fake here from Memorial.
Yeah. I think this would be a great opportunity for a fake because you don't lose much.
No.
You know? You don't lose a whole lot on what? They should watch out for the fake.
Yeah, it's going to be a fake here, Scott.
He's running it.
It is.
And he's going to get it. You called it. You called it. Because there was nothing. That's why you don't, in that situation, you don't have 2 guys back.
No.
You can't. You can't.
I almost wanted to run down to our coaches that are right by our side.
Yeah.
But
So it is kind of scary when we're starting to see the stuff up here. So now they're going to be in 4th down territory. And this is so imperative for them to put up points here. They've got to put up a score before they go into the second half. Have to. So a good play by the athletic quarterback, J.J. Josevic. To pick up.
That was 11.
That was 11. I apologize.
So that would be Will Clark, who's also the kicker.
Handoff, number 30.
That's Seymour, and he's wow!
Hinault, right?
Hinault.
No. Flanagan.
Jeremy was there first.
Okay.
And Jeremy gives up some pounds to the freshman Seymour, but he doesn't give up ground. He gives up pounds, but not ground. He stops him quickly there, Scott.
Yeah, so about a 3-yard gain for Memorial. Clock keeps going, 4.5 to play in the first half. Goffstown leads 24-7. And do you take? I take a deep shot right here on Levesque.
I would too. 13 and maybe 2 on this side as Caden Perry's going to move over to him. And that shot over the middle was wrapped up, but really good,
tripped up by Cody. If Cody doesn't get that shoestring tackle, that could be big trouble.
Really good decision there from J.J. Josevic, as we saw Cody actually pull over to that one receiver and cut off the middle and then come back and get the tackle on the quarterback.
So this is mission critical for the Crusaders to put points on the board here because you don't want to go down by 17 at the half. And you see Josevic, just great athleticism on that play. Really kind of made something out of nothing.
We see a motion.
Hand off to 30.
Wow.
Who was that?
Belanger
Belanger just pulled him down by the jersey.
And we saw something similar a couple weeks ago from Matt Dalton. And it looks like Matt and Nate have been conversating a little bit about how to tackle these players by the jersey.
I think it is a word.
Conversating.
I know. I say conversing, but conversating maybe.
I feel like
that's called young school, old school.
Conversating.
It probably is.
Let's get tied.
Irregardless is now a word, so anything goes.
Irregardless and regardless mean the same thing, Scott.
Exactly.
Yeah, conversate is a word. Thank you, Scott, for doubting my English ability. Thanks. See the fake handoff to Colson, but that's not going to work. Ooh, a shot came in there at the end from Matt Dalton, which is a little questionable, and I think he is hurt.
He got rattled on that one.
Scott,
you mentioned this. You did.
I wouldn't be upset if there was some sort of penalty that came in on Goffstown there. That shot was a little late and a little towards the head area of JJ, and that's not something you want to see in any football game. So
I would agree.
I wouldn't be upset if there's a penalty here on Goffstown, because that was.
They didn't call that one. They didn't call the other one earlier on in the game where I thought it was a shot to the head as well. The refs can't see everything. I mean, we give them, it's tough to officiate.
So number 5, Braden Hafman, is going to come out at quarterback.
And Hafman is a junior. And this is a 3rd and 10. This is a tough spot to come into.
Yeah, but, I mean, Memorial could turn back to this already successful run game here. And they're going to see a man in motion.
He's going to pass it.
Hafman.
Going to get a holding penalty here.
But that's not going to matter as Goffstown was there.
Now, do you bring him back? And I say, what do you think? Do you bring him back? I say no.
No, because that would keep him. That would keep him on.
Right.
No, that would be a loss of downs. It really doesn't matter either way, I think, Scott.
Let's see what he does.
Yeah, holding on 79.
Yeah. Timeout, Goffstown. So it's 4th down now, and it'll be about probably 13 because he sacked him for a loss.
So Scott, I'm getting word from our audience here, a former player, saying he really likes that saying. Don't give up the pounds, don't give up the ground. He likes that saying.
Right.
We may see that on a T-shirt or something.
Okay.
So
is that a wrestling term?
No. I just said it. I just said it.
You just made this up, and now all of a sudden you're going to get a T-shirt?
Jeremy Hinault says.
Yes, I know. I know. I heard you.
He doesn't give up he gives up the pounds, but not the ground. So.
Yeah.
The former player I'm in contact with is Jose Paez.
Jose Paez.
Who's the brother of Jonah Lopez. So.
How's Jose doing?
He's doing good. He's on a little bit of a road trip right now. I believe he's down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Yeah, he's been all over the country as of recently, which is it's really cool to see. Funny story. I was actually at Savers, the thrift shop.
Of course, I know where Savers is.
Just
I'm not
browsing.
One of those elitist people. I know what Savers is.
Well, I was just browsing the thrift shop. You can find some cool vintage clothing in there, and I saw a maroon shirt, and I was like, maroon. Maybe that's some Goffstown.
Was it a Paez jersey?
And I made a joke to my friend who was with me, and I said maybe that's a Goffstown memorabilia or jersey or something. And I look, and it's Jose Paez varsity football shirt, and I sent him a picture of it, and he goes, "I'll pay you for that."
How did it land there?
He doesn't know.
Maybe Jonah brought it to Savers. All right, we got 2 minutes, 17 seconds until the half. It's a 4th down and 14, but the good news for the Crusaders is that you've got your stud quarterback in
JJ
Josevic, who's got great legs. He can run the ball super well. And we got trips to the bottom part of your screen, and that's going to be
a false
start.
That's a killer, as you're already 4th and 14 here
and the coach for Memorial, one of them, is not happy.
That's a tough goal for Memorial, and they're just not in a good spot right now.
It is because you're coming out of a timeout situation. You know what the count is.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. So that'll be a 4th and 19. And if you're Goffstown, you got to be playing conservative in the sense that you
just send a cover 4. Don't let anything get past you, past that back chain marker there.
And let your guys get into the backfield. So they got a rush of a blitz coming, and how do you?
And that's not going to get there.
He's shy.
He's shy. I don't know how you let that one happen there, Scott. You should. I don't know if you send a middle linebacker on that blitz or you just put him over the top.
But a great throw.
That's a nail biter. That's a nail biter.
That was a great throw, but it's like, man, they made that closer than it should have been. I mean, one little missed tackle, and you got a first down. So what does Goffstown do here? I say you run the ball only. You don't want any turnovers. There's no need to pass the ball with 2 minutes left. I don't know how many timeouts are left off of both these teams. One for each team?
Yeah.
So we got one timeout for each team. I think if you're wise here, you just run the ball and you try to pick up a first down. If you don't pick up a first down, you punt.
Definitely.
You don't want to throw the ball. And that's what they do. Crazy.
There was a timeout before the
Memorial.
Snap. By Memorial, yeah. So that's going to be their final timeout. We've still got 2:10 left. So we'd just like to take some time to apologize about the technical difficulties. There were some really odd issues going on, so we're down to one camera right now.
There was a mouse in the studio.
There's a mouse in the studio?
No, I'm just saying that. Maybe ate some of the wire out here. I don't know.
I don't know how appetizing
So am I allowed
is.
to do the trivia for the second one or no?
I think we're good to go.
We would be?
I
All right,
think so.
So let me bring up the second trivia question of the day. Which member of the golf team eagled the first hole at Stonebridge during a practice round in September?
Scott, are you well versed with golf knowledge? Like, do you golf at all?
I haven't golfed in 3 years.
Okay.
Eagle.
What is an eagle?
An eagle means that it's 2 shots under par.
2 shots.
I'm sorry.
Under par.
Yes.
I think I've done
because
that.
a birdie is one
in mini golf.
Correct. So
isn't like turkey.
So
turkey is also a thing.
So
is that bowling?
if you
bowling.
eagle a par 3, that's a hole in one.
Yeah. That makes sense because it's 2 less.
2 less
and
than
one.
It's math. It's everyday math. It's probably like in 4th grade everyday math. Hinault, they're going to pass again. I don't know about this, boys and girls. He missed it.
Okay.
See, because you stop the clock. I'm just not digging this.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just not digging it at all because you've got a 17-point lead. You've had good success running the ball. Keep running it.
Yeah, this is a chew clock situation.
Exactly.
You want to do.
It makes no sense whatsoever.
And great way to get back to the ball there.
And
by
there's a different story
between
a pass out to the flat, which is like wide open, than
and why
than
are you going out of bounds on these passes
No,
as well? That's going to stop the clock too.
I love the play call. Here's another one. It's just like I don't get it. I don't get this. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's wide open and he misses the ball, but you're going to give these guys the ball back. First of all, the clock didn't even go down. It was at 2:04 before. So the clock is not right. Can't be because it was 2:04 before that play.
Should be at 2 minutes. But
yeah.
We have it as 2 minutes on our side.
Yeah.
But 2:04 is great.
Surprised the refs haven't changed that one because that can't be accurate. So now they're going to now watch the play, run the ball now.
Nope.
Okay, and that was almost an interception.
That's a flag.
No, it is not a flag.
That is 100% a flag.
It's not a flag.
No,
it's just bad play calling by Goffstown. That's all it is.
That's not a flag if Jeremy Hinault touches the ball. That is a flag of unnecessary roughness.
No, it's
because
not.
He wasn't even. That was
not.
No, Scott. Listen to me.
Yeah.
Listen to me. Stop interrupting for a second. If Jeremy Hinault had a shot at that ball and touched it, then that's fair game. But he would.
They were both going for the ball. And again,
Jeremy Hinault did not have the ball.
Let's
Scott.
just focus on the punt here, because now Goffstown's horrible play calling has led to now a punt, and they'll get the ball back at the 40-yard line.
Scott, what do you think about their play calling here?
Horrible, absolutely horrible.
I haven't been able to tell.
It's okay.
Good snap. And that one's just going to shank.
It's a good kick,
It's
though.
a good kick. It's going to take a couple bounces in Goffstown's favor, and that's going to come down towards around midfield.
Yeah, so it's just, I guess what I'm trying to say is that
it was horrible play calling.
Give me a break, man. I mean, you're up by 17 points. The last thing that you want to do is give them any momentum whatsoever. It's just, I don't like it.
But at the same time, Scott, you do get the ball after half of your Goffstown, and
you threw the ball 3 times in a row.
I understand. I'm not
I'm
justifying
not even talking
it at all.
about once. I'm talking not even twice, 3 times in a row.
But Goffstown should have a first down, as that was a flag on Jeremy Hinault.
No, it wasn't.
He had no shot at the ball.
Okay, 48-yard line.
They leveled him. He was a defenseless receiver, Scott. Thank you, Ty, for the terminology there that I was missing.
Josevic, here comes the rush. And
over the
nice catch.
But this is not working in your favor if you're Memorial. You're going to keep these over the middle, quick throws, and you're not versed for tempo just yet, Scott, and you have no timeouts left. 2nd and 5.
Goffstown is all confused on defense, too. Run up the middle, and he just...
That's not going to work. He bent a little bit there, Scott. If you've got somebody like Kai Colson, who is listed at a 5'7", 165, and I think 165 is a little generous. If you've got somebody like Matt Dalton coming down on top of you, that's not good for you.
So a 3rd down and 6 for the Crusaders. And the clock will stop on a 1st down as they move the chains. They're going to go up top on Levesque. Nope. Great play by Levesque. Oh, no way!
Are you kidding me?
No way!
Are you kidding me?
No way on this earth is that a flag. Come on. That was at the same exact time. Wasn't Levesque. It was no. Who was it?
That was Levesque.
That was Levesque.
That was Levesque who
There
made
was
that play.
no way.
He was moving towards the ball.
Horrible
he was moving
call.
towards the ball, and
Horrible
he played
call.
the receiver for the ball.
And I'm hoping that we
Scott,
get a replay here.
Scott,
But
Scott,
horrible. 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 Horrible.
Scott. That I would say that would be a makeup call, but they missed the one on Jeremy Hinault.
Well, the point is that we got the best angle from where we are right now. And listen, we would, if it was legit, we would say it. I mean, but they were both there at the same time. So the clock's
not going to start rolling until they snap this ball, I'm pretty sure.
I think you're right, because it's a penalty.
Because it was a penalty,
Yep.
and it was an incomplete pass on top of that, Scott.
Yep.
I don't like that call at all.
That was behind him to 84.
God, after the non-call on Jeremy Hinault,
Wow.
and now that.
Listen, you're a homer. Okay?
I'm not a homer, Scott.
No, you're a homer.
I know. Listen. I know what I'm. I hate to sound cocky
No,
here,
I would
but
agree.
I know what I'm talking about.
I don't think that was pass interference on Levesque. I really don't. It was a quick. It's a tough call for an official.
So the difference between the Jeremy Hinault play and the Levesque play. Levesque is playing the ball.
Yeah.
Levesque is moving towards the ball, and Jeremy had no chance at the ball.
All right, we got a 2nd and 10, and here comes a long pass.
Play this if you're Levesque. And intercepted by Caden Perry.
Caden Perry intercepts it in the end zone for
and
a
that's
touchback.
That's going to be a touchback too. So that's it. I think this is a telling moment for Memorial here. I think if you're Goffstown, you come out, you just hand off 3 times to Zach Picard. They can't stop the clock.
So that's Caden Perry's 2nd interception.
Yeah, you just gotta do 3 quick inside runs here for.
Oh really?
For Zach Picard.
Why don't we just go deep again? Why don't we just throw the ball 3 more times? Why not?
Scott, I love your thinking.
Let's do it.
You should be a coach.
Now is the time. They're going to think it's going to be a run, and you throw it.
And hey, anything to increase the lead, right, Scott? And that's what they're going to do.
Oy, oy, oy. Oy, caramba. What are we doing here?
But
I love Hammond's play calling, but not now.
and you're going to send Will Sasso. You're going to send Will Sasso
Will Sasso?
all the way down.
Great
to get the
job,
ball.
Will.
Come on, coach.
Come on, Will Sasso.
Come on, coach. Will's been playing great today. So come on now.
He's the ball boy.
And he sends a actually that was a decent throw from
So
Will
maybe
Sasso.
they should do like an option play.
An end around from Sasso, like a
They go
Philly.
run now. Oh, look at that.
Whoa.
It's crazy.
Whoa, what's that? What
It's a
what
run
are we
play.
seeing here, Scott?
And that will do it.
It's
no,
almost
one
like
more play.
It's almost like we have an all-state running back in our backfield.
So now if you're Goffstown, if you want to like just go for like a total deep ball, maybe get lucky, then go for it. But
yeah, just tell Jonah Lopez, run a go route and throw a stutter step somewhere in there. We don't really care.
Or they might just let the
Or they might
clock
just
run
let it
out,
run
take
out.
a penalty, and then that'll be the game. I mean, the half. So, and that's what they're going to do, I bet.
I mean, this back judge's arm hasn't
Timeout.
gone up yet. They're just going to call that done.
Yep.
All right, so that's going to end our first half as Goffstown's going to be up with a 17-point lead, 24-7, over the Memorial Crusaders.
All righty. Welcome back, everyone, to the second half of football. We're here at Goffstown High School as the Grizzlies lead 24-7 at the half. And it was a tough first quarter for the Grizzlies, but then they kind of got their act together, especially on defense. They needed to do that because that first drive by the Crusaders was just a masterpiece.
Yeah, and great defensive play here from our two middle linebackers, Osborne and Cody, along with Caden Perry from the safety position. He's got 2 interceptions
Yeah, Caden Perry has 2 interceptions. And I would say that this hasn't been Jarrett Hinault's best game in terms of his throws, but he had an unbelievable throw to Jonah Lopez.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't throw a better ball than that.
Beautiful over the shoulder, right in the breadbasket, right where you want it to be if you're a quarterback. And just really good. One standout play there by Jarrett Hinault as a passer.
If Goffstown is able to complete half of their tunnel screens or their throws to the flat, this game is probably a runaway.
Yeah.
But they haven't been able to execute on those short passes. If that's something that changes in the second half, then this will be an unstoppable team, I think.
Yeah, I think Scott, especially right now, with Goffstown getting the ball here to start the half, if Goffstown can march down and get an easy score, easy 8 points probably, the game is over.
The game will be really hard because
pretty close to over.
Then Goffstown can play a defense. I'm not saying a prevent defense, but they can be a little more conservative on defense, not take chances.
You don't have to focus in on stopping the run or stopping the pass. You just have to stop from scoring.
So we got to give you credit too. You called that fake punt from up here, so you get
Thank you.
You get a helmet sticker as well. Let's see what they do here. See if Goffstown does the dealer.
It looks like there are enough people back for the dealer, but this one's going to be an onside.
That's offside.
But it's an onside kick attempt. But it's
offsides. Offsides, onsides.
Say that 10 times fast, Scott. Offsides, onsides, offsides, onsides, offsides, onsides, offsides, onsides, offsides, onsides. Something like that.
The sun has come out here.
Yeah. Right, Scott? Right, Scott? A little bit of.
They're not. There is no penalty here, folks. I think that something with the clock maybe, but the referee had stopped it. So it looks like they're going to do a squib type kick. Look how that ball is nested on.
Yeah. It's not propped up directly.
Yes. So it's like
watch it roll. You're going to watch it tumble a little bit. It's going to come over itself, and that's what's so weird about the football shape. Is it's going to end over end type kick, and Picard is just going to slip out of bounds
the 45
at the 44-yard line.
So I think Memorial has seen their share of the Goffstown's dealer play, where guy fakes it and goes up the sideline for a big gain. So they just said, hey, let's be conservative. And they kicked it to Picard about the 35, 40-yard line.
Yeah.
So Goffstown will start off in the third with the ball on the far side, trips to the near side.
We're going to see
pass
no
play
handoff.
Over the middle,
deep
wide
to Perry,
open.
And he's wide open.
That's a touchdown,
he's gone.
Folks.
He's gone, Scott.
That is a touchdown, Caden Perry.
So we literally just said it. If Goffstown can come down and get an easy 6, 8 points, whatever it is, and they just did it.
Yeah.
They just did it. That one looked too easy. Caden Perry was wide open. There was a miscommunication on the coverage, and just like that, there's 6 new points up on the board.
The crazy thing is we're not keeping stats here. They'll keep stats in the newspaper, but here I'm being critical a little bit of Jarrett Hinault. That was a beautiful ball.
That was a wonderful ball.
He's probably approaching 200 passing yards easily in this game.
So we'll see what they do. They've been perfect on 2-point conversions. I'll knock on wood so I don't announce and jinx that one.
It's motion by us, I think.
Yeah, false start.
False start against Goffstown. Now it's going to make it really challenging for that 2-point conversion. Now you have to come up with some sort of a pass play. That'll bring them back 5 more yards.
Scott, I'd love to see someone who doesn't have barely any knowledge about football and try and figure out what the hand signals are. Because if you showed me the hands tumbling over each other, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's a false start. I'd be like, illegal somersault? I'm not sure on that one.
So I look for Caden Perry on the out route.
and it's going to go to Cooper Flanagan, who can haul that one in.
I don't know, even if Flanagan caught that ball, I don't think he had the right angle.
He's not getting to the end zone there. I think that is also a little bit an interesting play there, because we haven't seen Flanagan all that involved in the offense. And it looked like Jarrett Hinault threw it a little bit in front of him. I think he was expecting someone more like Uzi Mpoyo or Caden Perry on that out route. So not the worst. Goffstown's going to go up by 23 here.
Yeah, so you mentioned it. That was a quick, really
12
quick,
seconds.
12 seconds, and boom, touchdown. And that makes it incredibly challenging for the Crusaders. Down 23. They're going to have to get a quick score here, or at least get a score, but they've got to get some stops against Goffstown, and they haven't been, aside from that first quarter, they haven't been all that successful. So Goffstown has kind of figured out the Crusader defense. So Cody has stepped in for kicking duties today as Ethan Bradley is out.
And on those deep kicks, he's actually done quite well. He's put him in good position there, Scott.
Here comes your kicking team, and it's another squibber. That's going to go out of bounds.
That's going to go out of bounds.
But I'm okay with that.
That's a smart play by Memorial.
So I think that they could take it 5 yards from there, or at the 40. So they'll probably take it at the 41-yard line.
You get an extra yard,
I think so.
We did have our special rules analyst, Mr. Huff, come in and talk to us a little bit about these odd penalties and how they're different in high school than they are in the NFL or college football. So little bit of energy added back into this Memorial sideline. I think someone has to let them know they're down 23. Colson's back out there on Josephic's left side, as well as number 8 on the outside. That would be Joe Calabro.
Handoff
as a wideout.
He breaks free.
That was a really good move to get to the inside of the box.
Yeah, it was good.
There.
That was good blocking by the Memorial line. All they had to do was turn the Goffstown defensive player. That's all they had to do there.
And really good vision there from Colson from his running back position. So he just found the hole, and then he kept making moves to push it up for a 2nd and 1, Scott.
Yeah, so that was a really great rush. This is where I go up. I go up top. I throw the ball. Play action, throw the ball. That's a first down. So Seymour with the rush, and he'll get a first down. And it looks like Pierce was in the tackle with Osborne.
Yeah, it's a 2nd and 1. That's not hard to pick up there, Scott, especially when the run has been working so well for Memorial.
But that's why I like the play of just going, going deep. I mean, so Goffstown safeties, they're kind of playing up. They're protecting against the run. And a handoff up the middle, and
Jeremy Hinault.
Yeah, but he just got ran over. He got ran over. So that's a 6-7 yard. That's a 6-yard gain, almost 7.
I think number 30 is about 30 pounds of pads right now. He's got some big shoulder pads on him. He looks a little larger than I think he really is.
This reminds me of the first drive that Memorial had, where they're doing really well on the offensive line.
Yeah, you have to watch out for a big chunk play here as Colson comes back on as the running back for Memorial. And
What's going on?
A little bit on that one, and that could have been gone if Memorial caught that one.
That's what I'm saying. He got sucked in on that one.
Yeah. And we've seen the same problem with Caden Perry, but Caden Perry has come up with him.
But what do you think happened to Memorial on that first play of the game, first play of the half?
Exactly.
They got sucked in, and boom.
I believe the last time we played Memorial, they come out in this one safety set, Scott, where you've got one safety deep, and depending on where that safety goes, you go the opposite direction.
3rd down and 4. This could be 4th down territory. You're down by 23. Let's see what Josephik does. Handoff up the middle, and he's going to get that first down and a yard more.
Way to stop him, though, by Jeremy Hinault again.
But when your safety is making the tackles,
you don't want that to happen.
That is an indication that your linebackers and your front.
The edge set by Nate Belanger and Matt Dalton.
But they're really getting their bread and butters up the middle.
Motion here.
Almost
That
a
one's
fumble.
bobbled. Almost a fumble there.
Yeah, that's a loss of
And
2
a
or 3.
gang tackle. So see, Scott, there is a little bit of extracurricular going on in that gang tackle, but we've seen it allowed by reps here with some late hits on either side of the ball. So little scrappy going on here.
So in comes 84, Dom Lessier.
Yeah, he looked really good
He
in warm-ups.
did. So I think, I don't know, I try to get him the ball over the middle. It's like if you get him the ball, I think he's going to break some tackles. He's so big.
Yeah, and he's replacing Basil High, who had a really good play over the top. So I think you're going to see them emulate that same kind of play with 84 here.
And Hanault is covering him up.
I actually like that matchup. Hanault and 84 are very well matched.
And Goffstown did a nice job defending that play. They gave up about 5 yards, but
Yeah, way to get up and contest that
Right.
ball a little bit by Cooper Flanagan at the line. That's a really
and they
heads-up
had
play.
they had a defender beneath as well, underneath,
Yeah.
I should say. So this is going to be 4-down territory for the
Definitely.
Crusaders.
You're down by 23.
You're down by 23. You're going to have to go for it. So that's how you have to decide your play calling here. Maybe you do run the ball again.
I'd love to see a deep route run by number 84 here, Scott, because it looks like
He got back, though.
so-
Neutral zone.
I'm not even sure about that one. So the thing, I've said this earlier in the season,
It's
the
a-
thing with an offsides, I believe this one could be called a neutral zone infraction.
Yeah,
but
it's a neutral zone
the
infraction.
The thing with an offsides is if a player gets offsides and makes an effort to come back
Right,
on sides,
right.
it's not an offsides.
Right.
I think you could say that that Osborne made an effort to get back on sides. So we're going to see it. We're going to see just a random,
It's like a leaf storm.
yeah, a little bit of a leaf storm here. Fall is happening, folks.
So now it's a much shorter situation. Third and a long 2, call it 3. Single coverage.
Looks like J.J. Josephic is trying to reset the line there, and
Oh,
it doesn't work.
man.
And, crushing hit as he gets tossed back by Dalton.
Dalton,
And
that was like
that's like too easy for him.
that was a big loss too. So now it's going to bring up a 4th down and 7.
Wow.
And that was like a WWE move.
Yeah, I think that's like a suplex or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I'm not sure. Not too well versed in WWE.
So here comes Sawyer Bergeron. He's normally a cornerback. He's coming in as well as number 11, Will Clark. So Will Clark is the one they typically go to in these situations.
Yeah. So Scott, again, I'd like to see them here use number 88, Basil High. He's lined up at the end.
4th and 4.
But I think this is going to be a run to that direction, and it is because
Oh, he breaks it.
he
He's
does
got
break it.
He's got it.
So they came out of the huddle really quick there, Scott, and you had 3 or 4 blockers just put right on one side. And if you're Goffstown and you see somebody like Basil High, or you've got number 7 was there as well. That's Jacob Calabro, whose brother is number 8. You've got like 3 or 4 players all in the same area right on the line.
That's a massive play, though, for the
Yeah.
Crusaders. I mean, they desperately needed that. A 4th down and 4. They pick it up. Because it's imperative that they put up points here in this drive.
Same base set here for Goffstown. Nothing too special. We could see a blitz coming from the middle linebackers, though. But they're going to stay home. Really good play from... And that's going to be a reception, and the lineman's going to get it. Oh, my
God,
goodness!
Dalton!
Matt Dalton!
Dalton just laid the lumber on
He
him.
says, lineman, running back, wide receiver, it doesn't matter. I don't discriminate. You're getting the lumber laid on you.
I don't know if we can see a replay of this one from the studio, but, man, he laid the lumber.
That was a hit. That was a hit and a half.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's the thing. If you're an offensive lineman and you're not used to it, I mean, even the guys on the Crusaders are saying, oh, my God, he got his bell rung on that one.
Oh, goodness gracious, Scott. That was I felt that one. Oof.
That was almost unfair. So now we got a... Coach didn't like it. He thought it was cheap. When you catch the ball, you got to get tackled.
Yeah.
And
Great play by Jared Hanault here.
Yeah, Hanault. I always get nervous when your quarterback is playing defense, you know.
But I mean, Hanault has been really solid at that roamer position.
Yeah.
I think he's actually taking over today for Uzi Empoyo, who's
Right.
been I'd say relatively.
He's out. He's not playing.
He's really good
Yeah.
on this
Oh,
defensive
yeah.
side of the ball.
Yeah. Usually it is Uzi who's making most of those plays, so he hasn't played at all.
And Uzi is one of those guys who gives up pounds but not ground, Scott. I'm
Oh, man, that could be a shirt.
Gonna keep coming back to it.
So the Goffstown crowd is screaming defense.
Again, so Scott, we've got number 88 and number 4 lined up on one side, that far side. Look for a play to be going there. That's where they've got 2 players bunched in the same
Over
position.
the middle.
But it's not, and it's over the middle.
That could have easily been interference, and that's a good flag. That is a good flag. He got his arm in there beforehand. That is a good foul. I'm sorry, but
yeah, no, I think I'd agree
complain
with
about
you, Scott.
that one.
I think that is not a very good foul, but I think that should have been flagged.
Yeah. So that'll be a pass interference.
They say number 24, but I believe that was on Caden Perry.
And reminder that pass interference isn't a spot infraction as it is in the NFL. So
it's not going to be an automatic first down.
Correct. That's
because
correct.
it was such a long third down. So it's going to be a third down and half a yard, Scott.
NFL, that would have been an automatic first down.
Yep, because that would have been a spot foul, but it's from the line of scrimmage.
So it's a 3rd and 1. They're going to run the ball again.
Yeah, and you've got number 30, Seymour, who's come out and he's run hard all game.
Every time. And he goes right over the right-hand side is where he's been going most of the time.
And that's where they're going to go. And he keeps rumbling.
You better stop him there. I mean.
And Matt Dalton came in to shut him down there. He tossed
so whose
a
side?
shoulder.
They're going on Belanger's side?
No, I believe that would actually be more like Toby Halpern or Cooper Flanagan's side. They're going to that weak side of the line. It's in between the tackle.
No, I say that, but I'm saying
it's in between the tackle and the guard is where they're running.
I'm talking about defensive end is Belanger.
They swap
on that
sides.
Side.
They swap sides. It could be
Okay,
Dalton or Belanger.
I'm looking at Belanger.
Right now, Belanger is there. But they run between the tackle and the guard, which is where Cooper Flanagan should be ending up.
So we got a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. About 4 minutes to play. Handoff up the middle, and that's going nowhere.
Great play by Jared Hinault and Zach Picard, who are both offensive stars, and now they're playing defense. And a really good play by both of them. So you gave me a little bit of an odd look there, Scott. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I haven't seen Picard on defense is what I'm thinking. So I haven't seen him on defense all season.
Yeah, so it looks like he came in to replace Seth Osborne, who is sharing that middle linebacker spot with Ryan Cody. And it looks like he's being replaced by Zach Picard.
And is it because of injury or is it just strategy?
I'm not sure. I'm trying to take a peek over.
Okay, so you got single coverage. Look for that slant route again. It's right there. It's open.
Yeah, if I'm coach, low snap, that could be dangerous, and it's not going to help them at all.
Good job by Hinault. Comes screaming in, and great play by Hinault. Again, on that one, I kind of I don't know, when you get that single coverage and you've got the middle of the field wide open. They've had success on that.
Yeah, so Jarrett Hinault plays that roamer position, which can be outside, inside, whatever. I think if you're coach, you gotta set him up. You gotta set him up on the edge and have him run just a zone coverage off the edge to bait them into throwing those over the top passes.
So you got trips to the bottom of your screen. This is where they do those crossing routes.
Yep. And that's it. And so there, Scott.
Yeah.
Jeremy comes in late.
Yeah.
But that's because the ball has been touched, and he's not a defenseless receiver because he touches the ball.
You're never going to let this go.
No, I'm trying to let the people at home know.
Never going to let it go.
What?
I'm sorry, that's another song.
Yeah, why are you very...
And that's not even the right words.
Musical move
I'm in a musical mood. It's 4th down and 12.
And they're going for it.
And they have to go for it. And for all intents and purposes, if they don't, this is their play of the game. I mean, they have to get in the end. They have to get, a first down.
Kai Colson is...
So this is where they got to get a pass rush, which they have not had a pass rush.
And we just heard a call for Matt Dalton to get wide. And, looks like there was some friendly fire there as Zach Picard ended up hitting, I believe, Will Sasso. And I heard that one, Scott.
Yeah. And that was questionable, I think. I think 13 for for Sawyer Bergeron was like, I thought I got interfered with. That's a close call.
Yeah, that one could have been called a pass
We don't
interference.
have the luxury of seeing the replay right now because our system is down, but that could have been a pass interference. So with that, Goffstown will take over on downs.
Good job, Scott.
And
I'm proud. So Ty's looking at us, and he's like, what are you talking about?
What are they talking about?
At the Central game, Scott didn't know what turnover on downs meant.
No, I know what it meant. I just said it inappropriately.
Not
incorrectly.
Incorrectly. Yeah. Inappropriately would.
All right, so now what are we going to do? We're going to throw the ball from our 14, or what are we doing here?
Well, I mean, you've got you did have 4 offensive linemen come out, so you've got your 5th one.
So
here.
what's the play then?
I'm not sure. Leidick with a good block downfield as he came out late.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like he doesn't even know what to do, and then all of a sudden he gets a good block.
And he's a good block downfield as a pulling tackle. Well, so they're going tempo here. They're going no huddle as the call's coming in from the sideline. I'd love to see a run pass option here, Scott. And it's just there's no option. It's just going to be a pass. And Jonah,
see, this is what I want to see though, because I think Jonah in the flat like that, catching those balls is so dangerous. That'll be a first down for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I bring this up every time. He's a great track athlete, and he's got that speed to go on the outside.
Goffstown in the hurry up.
And they're going to hand this one off to Zach Picard, who bounces to the outside, and he keeps rumbling, and he's going to get a first down. Yeah, Will, Caden, and Jonah are all track athletes, and they've all got that speed to help them on the outside. So
Goffstown is in that quick offense.
And this quick offense is the same one that left Memorial.
My God, you cannot stop him. He's going 7 yards.
This quick to the line offense is the same offense that left Memorial jaded last half, and they just didn't know what to do. As we see their interior defensive linemen running their sprints to the sideline.
For number 65. My God. Give that man a little Second down and 3. Perry in motion.
And Jarrett's going to keep it, and he takes that.
Oh, nice tackle.
Really good run.
By 13 for the Crusaders. That was Sawyer Bergeron. If he doesn't make that tackle,
he's gone.
Can go all the way.
He had blockers downfield, and he made a move, and 1st and 10, and they're just going to keep going.
Less than a minute here. And
Zach's going to keep it, and he's gone. He's gone.
He is gone.
He's gone.
Number 3.
It's too easy for him. It's too easy. That's a hat trick for Zach Picard. 3 touchdowns on the day, all rushing for Zach Picard. And
that was a 34, so he's well over 100 yards as well.
Yeah.
3rd touchdown.
If you had Zach Picard on your New Hampshire high school fantasy football team, you're cashing in the points today.
And then some.
It does not look like the coach for Memorial is very happy.
No, because they started off so well.
Yeah,
I thought they came down here. They set the stage.
Yeah, that first drive was just electric from Memorial. It's been a total change.
So do
of
I
pace
have
now.
my? Do I have clearance on this thing to?
I think we can do trivia. I'm not sure if we can get graphics up or anything, but I think we could do trivia right now, Scott.
Okay, so the last one, J.J. Smedick got the trivia question correct on that last question, and that was the which member of the golf team eagled the first hole, and that was Nate Stevens.
Yeah.
So Nate was a 4-year member of the varsity golf team and has advanced to the D2 individual championships, which will be tomorrow at Wyndham Country Club. So here's your next trivia question. Name the 2 members of this year's volleyball team who were on the state championship girls basketball team from this past winter or last year.
Yeah, co-champions there for girls basketball.
Yeah. So name the 2 members of this year's volleyball team who were also on the state championship girls basketball team from this past year.
So instead of Zach Picard coming out, we're going to see Ryan Cody in at halfback. And Jarrett's just going to keep it and push the pile, see if he can get in, and
does.
It's
like that's like his 4th one.
Yeah, it's like too. Yeah. I said it's too easy for Zach Picard on these 2-point conversions. It's too easy for Jarrett and Alt.
And as I said before, putting up 38 points, I mean, your offense is clicking.
Yeah.
But the offense didn't really click for a while there. And even right now, I can say that our passing hasn't been all that crisp.
You want to know what I think was the turning point in this game so far?
The interception by Caden Perry.
First interception, Scott. And that,
I agree with
that. That completely shifted momentum. You had that great return on the kickoff, and then boom, Goffstown's back on offense.
You got some. I mean, we're almost into the fourth quarter, and I can tell you right now that Caden Perry is definitely one of the players of the game. I mean, 2 interceptions, a touchdown.
Almost.
Zach Picard. So let's see what we got here. Cody with the kickoff.
He was putting these toe balls deep into that back corner.
You don't want to do that because again
I say you send it to number 30 there.
Sebo's too dangerous, and they say, okay, good, take it at the 40. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you. Come again.
Yeah, 40-yard line.
We'll just keep doing that after we score another couple touchdowns here. We're fine. We're set.
They're going to kick it again.
They're going to choose to kick it again.
That's a Huft move. Remember? That's all he'd make them do all the time.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing too. You can kick it into the first level there. Don't kick it deep.
Yeah, I also like number 30 here, Eric Seymour, who's been solely a power back. I don't know if he has the speed to return the ball there. So
I don't think he does either. Or maybe they have one of those plays where they
hand it off.
Yeah.
A little bit of that razzle dazzle, as Ty just said. Oh,
so
Zach Picard was almost there. We want to kick it again? Are we going again?
No, you're not kicking it again. This is great field position. You take it. You take the ball.
Let's just keep kicking them. Let's just keep doing it.
So Goffstown survives not having their kicker today,
except for the 190-yard return.
Right, but I think what happened there was that Cody kicked the ball to the 5-yard line, and I think that screwed up their coverage.
Blocks set up.
Because they were not used to that. They're not used to that. Because really, if I'm not mistaken, I think usually Bradley kicks like maybe the 15 or 20-yard line.
And you've got players like Aaron Duval who get there super early. So
Crusaders take over on their own 49-yard line with 34 seconds left in the third, trailing 38-7.
Bubble.
Runner in motion. Oh, he dropped it.
He's lucky he was about a step in front of his quarterback.
Well, Flanagan was right there, so good job by him.
It was better to drop it there for Colson. It's starting to get a little windy here,
and a little colder.
A little, yeah. We could do a little bit of I'm in AP environmental science. We could talk about why this wind is happening. It's probably because of the sun. Yeah.
No, it has nothing to do with it.
No,
it has two. It's a cold front. It's two fronts coming together.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now.
That's what I was trying to.
Come on.
Thanks, Scott.
I watch. What's her name? The weather. No, not the Weather Channel. MUR. What's her name? Haley LaPointe. Right. Yeah. She explains it this morning. Two fronts collide.
Yeah, and you've also got pressure involved as well. And when you get air heating up from the sun that just showed up for like 15 minutes and was super bright.
Why were all those leaves? That was the craziest thing, right?
Wind. Also wind.
Wind.
That's what picks up the leaves and blows them around, Scott.
That's the end of the third quarter. We'd like to thank our sponsor for the third quarter. Oh, we don't do sponsors, do we?
We don't do sponsors, no.
Oh.
This is a public access station. I don't know if we can.
What?
No, we did like those weird sponsors. Like.
So what happens if I said, the game was,
Instant
the third quarter was sponsored by like the Village Trestle or something like that? What happens?
We just say it was not sponsored.
There's no sponsor.
There's no money.
So
there's no money.
So speaking of which, we normally do those kicks for cupcakes, but we couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And I know that the Blue Moose, he's asking me, he goes, you need cupcakes? Because he donates them for the kick for cupcakes.
I need cupcakes? You should have said yes. Come on.
Yeah, I know, but we're not doing that this year because of COVID, that darn COVID. So 38-7. And this game, I was really nervous. You know that. I mean, you heard it in my voice in that first quarter. Because
first drive.
I think Memorial just they just had all the momentum in the world. And you're right, that Caden Perry interception was the play that turned things around.
Yeah, that
So
this is, I don't know why Memorial is getting so loud. They're on offense. You want your offense to be set.
So it's a 3rd and
Little
10
interesting.
at their own 38-yard line.
48.
48, I mean. And that's
Deep
good.
out route, but
That's a good ball.
that's the first completed out route, and he
that's
wasn't
gonna-
going out to the
that's-
sideline.
That's shy, I think.
That's like a
It's
yard
like a half,
shy.
maybe a half yard shy.
Scott, if you're throwing an out route towards the sideline, you never want to float one.
I know.
You don't want to float one. Measurement. We're going to get the chain gang in here. I believe we've got
Mr. Cody.
Mr. Cody and Mr. Capos, I believe.
Cody, the law firm of Cody and Capos is coming out with the chains.
I don't think they're bar certified.
They're not on the bar?
I don't think so. So let's see. We're going to see if we can get the best.
I thought it was going to be shy
It
myself.
should be shy.
But they're not. He's got it.
Wow. That's little bit of geometry there, Scott. I guess we were just looking at it from the wrong angle.
I don't think Mr. Cody or Mr. Capos were thinking they'd have to run across the field like this. This is almost like a track meet for them. So the ball will be placed at the Goffstown 42-yard line under 12 minutes. 11:39 in the fourth. Josevic in the shotgun. Play action. Pass.
That should be picked.
Caught!
Really
Caught
good.
by number 13.
Really good reception.
Sawyer Bergeron. That should have been a pick, I thought.
That should have been a pick 6. But
Bergeron was very excited. He got up. He gave the first down signal. Even down 38-7.
31
even down
points.
31 points, he's still happy, and that's all you can ask for. That was a nice grab, by the way, by Bergeron. I thought.
Really good. They threaded the needle. They threaded the needle and just completed that almost perfectly.
Same formation. And it's a run up the middle. And
Seymour just keeps plowing and then gets sent back quickly.
And he got corralled by number 52, Dalton, who grabbed his jersey. Dalton must rip a ton of jerseys, I think, because he's just always seems like he's grabbing somebody and holding on for dear life. Sometimes he throws them down. So we got a 2nd and 4 for Memorial. Ball's on the 23-yard line.
Colson in at running back, and that one's...
He dropped it.
Yeah, that hit the ground a couple times.
So Hinault was coming in on the blitz.
Yeah, really
good.
good
Safety blitz.
heads-up play. We say he knows what to do with that ball, so... Great play by Hinault.
That was almost a good throw there. He almost had him. It's a tough throw because I think if Hinault was not coming in on that one, I think he would have completed it.
So 10-17 left here for the fourth quarter. And Goffstown has done, I think it's now 38 unanswered points, Scott?
Yeah. And I think even more incredible is if you look at the number of players that Goffstown is not on the field today.
Yeah, you've got
that's the untold story.
I mean, you've got players like Aaron Duval and Peyton Strickland who are just great players on either side of the ball, and then you've also got Antonio
Long
Capos.
throw. That's going
to be intercepted. Sasso with the interception. Great play on that jump ball by Sasso to get in front of Bergeron, who just had that really good reception. And that's going to be a touchback, I believe. Yeah.
So the junior class performed today.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it, right? Will Sasso, I think he's a junior.
Yep.
Caden Perry's a junior.
Yep. You've also got the rest of the upperclassmen.
Yeah.
You've got Jarrett Hinault and Zach Picard, who have both played really good, both seniors, and then you've got Jeremy Hinault as well, who's played really good.
Great. I think this is what you get when you have a team laden with juniors and seniors. You get that leadership. So they will start off in the 20-yard line. Look for Goffstown to run the ball a lot here with a 31-point lead.
We're hearing a defensive chant from Memorial sideline. Again, somebody's got to remind them there's a 31-point deficit.
Yeah, but
there.
I like that, though, in a way, because I think it shows that they're a team. Remember that one play was a little bit of a miscue by one player, and the team went over and gave the guy a pat on the back saying, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So, you know what? This is the most success this team has had in years. I think they deserve to have good spirits.
Yeah, of course.
And another run by Picard. This could be trouble. Look at him.
He could be gone, Scott, but he almost tight ropes the sideline.
So we do have a correct answer on the volleyball question.
Yeah, so it'd be.
And the correct answer comes from Lily Green.
Lily Green? Oh.
Right.
Yeah, she was also on that basketball team, Scott.
Yeah, so Lily Green with the answer. Everybody, I'm not sure if we're showing the graphic, so I will.
We'll just say it here, Scott. It was Molly Strong and Ava Winterburn, who both.
Hinault up the middle.
He makes a move. Wow.
Ooh.
Great move by Jared Hinault to get out of that first tackle. Then gets met by two Memorial players. But doesn't matter. That's a first down for Goffstown, and they're rolling. Once again, they're rolling. So Jarrett's set back in the shotgun, and he's going to hand it off to Picard, who's going to lunge forward for, I'd say, about 6 yards there, Scott.
Yeah.
I swear, Zach Picard has some way to gain like an extra at least 2 yards every play. He can like dive out, or he could like break a tackle and bump to the outside. He's going to get it again, and
oh my God,
he's got it to the outside.
Look at Lopez. I mean,
Lopez held the block for almost the entire time.
For like 10 seconds, it seemed like an eternity.
And he allowed that first down to happen. So Sebo was there for the tackle.
First and 10 at the Crusaders' 12-yard line.
It's a 12-yard line here for on the Crusaders' 12-yard line, rather. Goffstown's got a first and 10 to go to the 2-yard line.
That's a great tackle.
That's a really good tackle.
Yeah. Especially
when you've got somebody like Zach Picard who just goes. You got to get him low. You got to stop him where that happens.
That was a Connors and Calabro, and I like, good sportsmanship by Calabro picking Picard off the deck.
Yeah. Now you're going to see Ryan Cody come in absence of Uzi Empoyo, who I don't believe is playing today. And again, really good run stuff there from Memorial, something that they haven't seen all day.
Number 55, right?
I believe that was 65.
65?
Yeah.
All right. 65, that would be Josh Jahanet.
The thing is,
sophomore with the tackle.
The thing is, though, that's a sophomore, Scott?
Yeah, he's a sophomore.
That's a sophomore?
That's what it says in the sheet.
Wow. It's a big sophomore. That's a big body anywhere.
So you got Flanagan in the backfield with Cody. Flanagan's playing almost like a fullback type of position.
And he runs a little nice out route, and that's going to be picked off. And Cooper, good tackle.
He read him on that one.
Yeah, that was telegraphed
he read his eyes,
by Jarrett.
So you don't see that often, and great job by the Crusaders.
Yeah, he made one read and one read only there, and just turnover. You're up by 31. I wouldn't stress it too much, but you do want to correct your mistakes if you're Goffstown here. And you've been almost perfect.
I think on that one, he knew he was going there, and his eyes, everything showed that he was going there. And I think it was a Calabro who broke on that. I think it was Calabro who broke on the ball. Great play. And that's what I like about what the Crusaders are doing is that they're not giving up. I know they're down by 31 points, but there's no give up in this team.
Yeah.
That's good coaching.
Back at the 10-yard line here for the Memorial Crusaders, and that's a fumble. That's a fumble, Scott, and that's going to be a touchdown for Toby Halpern.
A
touchdown for Toby Halpern. And that's going to be Al Halpern calling that from the PA booth.
Al Halpern calling the fumble recovery for his son, Toby.
That's a proud dad moment right there if I'd ever seen one. And Toby with an incredible heads-up play. Great play by Toby to scoop that one up and do the old scoop and score.
Coaching staff is smiling here. Toby's a hard worker and has really, when you think about how much weight in terms of he's given up
and
on these guys.
He's improved greatly.
Yeah,
he's
spent a ton of time in the weight room. So well-deserved for Toby Halpern. Congratulations.
Different back coming out here for Goffstown. That's going to be Cody. I don't think we're going to see too much of Picard anymore.
It makes no sense to do that.
Yeah,
give him a rest.
Just give him some rest.
You also had him on defense for a little while.
Exactly. And Hinault's going to keep it, and like he's done so well already. He was almost carried into the end zone there by Halpern.
It's the same play.
It works. It just works, Scott. It just works. This has been a great game for Goffstown, Scott.
I'd say no.
No?
No.
No?
No.
No?
I mean, it's a great game on the scoreboard. I think if you're a coach, I wouldn't say, you've had some good plays here and there, but I think that there was, in my opinion, there could have been better execution. And I've seen, like in the Bedford game, first game of the season, they executed, I thought, pretty well.
Yeah, other than the miscues and stuff that happened early in the first half, like first quarter. You chop the first quarter off of this. Yeah. This is a near perfect game by Goffstown.
All right. Well, I'm giving them a B plus A minus today. A 90.
A 90?
A 90.
90?
I'm giving them a 90 out of 100 today. But I'll tell you something, Coach Hammond. I think he's the same way as I think. The way I think is that he always is looking for, hey, how do we improve?
Definitely. I think there's always room for improvement in high school football.
Yeah, but I think that it would be an understatement when you talk about Uzi was not playing today, Duval didn't play, Strickland didn't play. So many guys that are part of their starting.
So we're going to see that deep kick, and the opportunity here for Memorial is going to happen.
Yeah, watch out.
Ooh. Tackled late there by one of the Berry brothers.
Yeah.
Nick Berry. I can't. Oh, there's Owen and Nick. Owen was the running back.
Yeah, the sideline on that is your friend.
Yes, definitely. Especially when you force a returner to one of the sides.
Yeah.
It's hard to tiptoe that sideline.
Well, that's what happened when he broke it free, was that he went right up the middle.
Right up the gut.
Right up the gut.
So we've got some new players coming in here for
you don't have
Goffstown.
enough players at one point. Handoff.
Almost, it was juggled there a little bit by Memorial, and it's a
fumble.
fumble.
It is a fumble. Goffstown, I think, has it.
Yeah.
Nope. Memorial.
Wow.
I'm corrected.
Heads up play.
Number 79. Great job.
Yeah.
That would be Sebastian Botella. Because there was 4 Grizzlies, and Sebastian was the only one there.
In a white jersey.
And give him credit. He was able to get it. 2nd and 5. So you're seeing different players for Goffstown. Linebacker, I think we got. I saw Beard in there.
Tyler Denton is out there at linebacker. Quick slant there. And that's going to be a first down. Chains are going to move.
I think Denton was on that tackle.
So we're in running time now, Scott, and I think we have been for a little bit. But
yeah.
Some new players again. We've got Cam Hyzak, Will Patino, Owen Berry, Maddox Harden, Matt Beard, and Schaefer as well, who we've seen on the punt return team. Cam Hyzak coming in on the blitz, and so we hear some words coming over from our side of the sideline up here by the booth.
Yeah, he's basically telling Cam Hyzak if there's only one receiver to one side, then he's got a blitz.
Yeah, I know Cam Hyzak. I don't know if he played like youth football or anything. This may be his first time playing football, so he did play junior Grizzlies apparently, but he's also just a very athletic kid. He's really well versed.
Up the middle.
And Owen Berry with a great tackle coming from the safety position.
Gotta like that play.
And Seymour, who's just been powering through even the first stringers for the Grizzlies.
Owen Berry, that was a great tackle. Great open field tackle.
Yeah.
Why is the clock stopping? Oh, it had stopped for a second there.
That's what happens is, like, for a second, you stay at the same number, and then the next second it changes to a different number.
Yeah, maybe it's the scoreboard here. It's not that great.
Huh. I wonder who has the opportunity to
do something about
that.
Nice play by J.J. Josevic. He picked up probably a good 12, 13 yards in that run.
Even if you're down here by whatever it is, 39 points, I don't know if I'd keep my starting quarterback out there.
I would agree. I'm with you. I'm with you on that one because you got to live it for another day.
Yeah. It's play-in for playoffs, and they're in the playoffs no matter what, Scott. So yeah, I'm not sure. And we are going to see number 5 Braden Hafman come in.
This is going to be a tough, postseason too, because with COVID the way that it's going, teams like Pinkerton automatically out.
Mm-hmm.
Schools have had to close for a week or two.
Yeah.
So who knows what the postseason is going to look like? Even if there will be one that's extended. Big hole.
Seymour, that time Barry doesn't get a good tackle on him, but he does get wrapped up eventually. I believe that's Schaefer who is there.
But keep in mind too that they've got their first stringer still in.
Yeah.
And Goffstown has their second string, third string in right now. So
I think Seymour is actually the only player out there who started this game. But he was playing that.
Except for the quarterback.
No, the quarterback came out. We've got Hafman in.
Okay.
He's the only player, but they have the running back by committee, as you've also got Kai Colson who plays there too. Bad snap, but
he should run it. He should run it.
Wow, this could be a good throw, and no, that's out of bounds.
Oh, close.
Really good throw on the run, though. You got to give credit to him there. Is really good throw on the run.
So you think Toby Halpern will go to Dairy Queen or something after the game? Dad will say, "Hey, Toby, let's celebrate," or what do you think?
I'd say so. It was a good heads-up play, and he's been playing pretty well all season.
We just don't know. It's like, is Al that type of guy? I mean, is he like a loving father who would take his son
I'm not sure about that one,
to
Scott.
Dairy Queen? And then does Gabby go with them? That's the big question.
I don't know.
Or is it just like, hey, listen, we got to give Toby his due?
You're a manager. Like, Toby scored a touchdown. Like, is that factored in?
I don't know. I think maybe they both celebrate. We're just picking on Al. Al does a really great job here. He's the public address announcer for the Grizzlies and does a phenomenal job. Not only does he do football, but he does basketball. He does other sports.
Yeah.
And great for the Grizzly experience. Under 50 seconds to play, 3rd and 6. Here comes a blitz, picked up, though, nicely.
Really good pass pro from Eric Seymour there. As
he beats him. That's going to be a touchdown.
No, it's not.
It is.
I think he was stopped short.
I think he got in there.
He got in there.
He got in there.
I stand corrected.
So he broke containment, and was that Halfman? Is that his name?
Hafman.
I apologize. So they'll be going for 2 here. Seymour in the backfield.
Yeah, Seymour's been really good so far today.
Fumble.
And Hyzak with the sack. And after the sack from Hyzak, I'd expect to see him come out and take a knee for Goffstown.
Yeah, I would too, yeah. So, like you said, a really strong performance by the Grizzlies after a tough first period where Memorial came out super strong. And give credit to Caden Perry, who clearly is one of our players at the game.
Yeah, I think he takes the crown. I think we could just say player of the game possibly, Scott.
Well, Picard, 3 touchdowns. Even Hanault. I mean, he probably threw close to 200 yards, rushed
like
for so many.
And
we're not keeping the stats.
Like
but
if you went points here, I think there was only one 2-point conversion where he didn't convert.
And who could forget Toby Halpern here, right?
Toby Halpern with
first
the scoop
ever
and
career
score.
touchdown. I mean, you don't get those too much from a defensive position.
Yeah, especially the one that he's playing, Scott.
And how about Ryan Cody for stepping up, kicking the ball?
Yeah. Unfortunately, you gave him a little bit of time to set up, but they rallied. They actually, after that 90-yard return, they got that pick by Caden Perry. So it ended up working out in Goffstown's favor quite easily.
You should get an onside kick here, right?
Probably a squib kick. I'd expect to see something short. I don't expect to see Patno or
Danny Leclerc is up there. Kick it right to Danny Leclerc,
who's moving. He's moving around.
I kick it right to Danny Leclerc, right in front of you.
From what I'm hearing from the sideline, it looks like they're going to kick it deep. Nope, it's not.
Got to jump on it.
And he does. Yeah, really, really good recovery there by number 59. Unfortunately, I don't have him on my roster, so.
Oh, either do I. Hold on a second.
Can't give credit. We're trying to get the coaches that are down next to us.
59 is a freshman Bondo, I guess. That's we asked one of the coaches. So.
Oh. All right. Well, credit to him. He jumped on that ball quite easily.
We want to give him credit. We just don't have him on our roster.
Yeah.
So
if parents are watching at home or grandparents are watching at home, I guess rolling clock just goes through here as it looks like time is going to expire here. So we're going to go 3, 2, 1. And
that'll do it.
Great game by the Grizzlies here. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in for the last regular season game. We're on to the playoffs here for Goffstown.
We want to thank Ty. I almost said Alex. What did I say Alexander
Gallagher?
for? Gallagher. I don't know why I said that.
He's been here for a while.
I know that.
On,
I screwed it up.
We'd also like to thank Aiden Pena for coming out as well.
Adam
McCune and Dave Steffen. Everyone that's helped, and a little bit of a technical difficulty day, but we got over it. And
so
thank you everyone for tuning in.
Check out Broden. What's your what do you got? Like you got like an Instagram page?
GTV.sports. That's where we post all of our sports updates on Instagram.
All right. So as soon as we know what playoff position things look like, where games will be, we'll post it. You'll post that. It'll be on GTV as well. And we hope that we'll be going live from wherever Goffstown is playing.
Yeah.
That's our hope.
And we'll also see a little bit more info come out from the schools page, the Grizz fan base.
Right.
So, yeah, just stay tuned, folks. We'll have a updated playoff picture coming soon as we get the results from all the games that are happening today and happened yesterday. So, thank you for tuning in. I'm Broden McCune, joined by Scott Gross. Stay hydrated and have a good night.